Hello out there and welcome to another exciting edition of your favorite program, The Diaspora. I will be bringing you top stories you may have missed during the week, and I bet you don't want to miss any of these again. I am Koinsola Adetumbi and this is The Diaspora. All is now set for the 4th Annual Diaspora Investment Summit as the Chairman CEO of the Nigerians and Diaspora Commission, Honorable Gabriel Odu, emphasized the need to strengthen diaspora investment more as an investment factor than economic. She made this call during a press briefing ahead of the summit. Please stay tuned for more details. And the Nigerian-American Dr. Uchichi Ewella has broken a medical record in Maryland, USA. More details to come shortly. And also featuring on this episode is a renowned chemist and the former vice chairman of NIDO Americas. These and more to come. Please stay tuned. Ahead of the two-day Diaspora Investment Summit, the Chairman CEO of the Nigerians and Diaspora Commission, Honorable Gabriel Odu, spotlighted on the benefits and deliverables from the summit. Enjoy the briefing.
The aim of this initiative is to demonstrate that at a time when competition for foreign direct investment, FDI, is at what I've called its fiercest, targeting Nigerians in the diaspora for inward investment is probably the very best strategy, particularly in the light of a heightened risk profile for the country. This is further corroborated by the fact that a number of our first and second generation of Nigerians in the diaspora are among a narrow but growing demographic band that are experiencing increased wealth with more disposable incomes in the societies where they reside. So typically, here's what happens. You find that a lot of them have paid off their mortgages, they've trained their children through college, and are either retired or retiring, with a longing for self-actualization by way of leaving a legacy for the next generation. And unlike the foreign investor, the regular foreign investor, they are not overly influenced by what you call maybe negative risk profile and some other things we call negative, but they are motivated by this sentimental attraction, a strong desire to give back to the country and help in developing their home country, no matter how far they've left the shores of the country. So, and this is being done for their children and grandchildren, and for generation of Nigerians yet unborn. So they know the terrain, they are familiar with the risks, and they know that it's easier for them to invest in their own home country. So, and this I think is very, very crucial. Inaugural summit, which held at the Presidential Villa 26 to 28 November 2028, was a huge success, and we had well over 300 participants and investors. So the decision to make it an annual event. At the inaugural summit, through collaboration with the Nigerian Investment Promotion Council, the organized private sector, the Office of the Vice President, some banks, and over 100 businesses and projects ready for investment were identified and attracted. So this year, we aim to double or even triple that number. So the summit this year will target key sectors of the economy, basically agribusiness, education, healthcare, the creative industry, entertainment and sports, infrastructure, real estate, manufacturing, telecommunications, ICT, fintech, the oil and gas, and a few others. Now our theme this year is this: Diaspora Partnership and Linkages for Post-COVID Economic Growth. And this theme recognizes the important role the diaspora can play, and indeed has played, in helping other countries achieve amazing economic growth and transformation. So if Nigerians in the diaspora are helping to develop world economies, there's no reason why they cannot join us to develop the economy of their own home country, Nigeria. And the good thing is they're actually passionate about this, so we are giving them the platform to make that happen. So this summit underscores the fact that Nigerians in the diaspora, who currently account for the highest net contribution of our foreign direct investment inflows into the country, with $25 billion remitted annually into the Nigerian economy. We had $25 billion in 2018 and all that. This represents a game-changing leverage for the country as the economy seeks to exit recession and head towards growth. And we talk about foreign direct investment, it's about time to be talking about diaspora direct investment. So this year's summit comes on the heels of the government's current emphasis on providing unprecedented support for the small business sector, agriculture, and massive infrastructural development. Given that these are the top three job creating sectors in any economy, it vindicates the decision of the summit organizers to prioritize these three areas. So diaspora investors will therefore be encouraged to channel their investments into these as well as other areas of the economy.
Can you give us a number? How many people you're expecting for this summit?
Already over 800 have registered to participate. And I believe that much more will register before the actual date. And like we said, we have actually tripled the number that we started with. So today we have 800 potential investors. And then we're going to have pitching sessions where people are going to pitch for their businesses. So quite encouraging, and I'm sure we'll even have much more before then.
Is there any monetary figure you are targeting as diaspora direct investment as a result of the summit? Are you looking at attracting $500 million, $200 million, or whatever happens, we take? So please.
Whatever happens, we'll take.
Yes, like.
Yeah, that's the answer. Whatever happens, it happens. So really, you cannot predict. But what you're going to hear, what we've been able to achieve in the last 3 years. You're going to see those who have come to invest. You're going to see, and then people don't come in and actually declare, but you're going to see what they've been able to do. For instance, I can tell you that 17 hospitals have been set up by the diaspora. I'm sure you don't know that. So you'll be surprised at what they've done in Agric, what they've done in ICT, what they've done in education. So you're going to have a compilation of all that. So we will not, it's not about figures. For instance, small businesses that we encourage, you could come and have a business of just $100,000, which can become $1 million.
What assurance are you giving the Nigerians in the diaspora to come and invest in Nigeria, knowing pretty well that the issue of security this time around is something that...
Well, the issue of insecurity is something that the government is not joking with. Nobody can play with the issue of insecurity, and all hands are on deck to tackle that. But I'll tell you something, people are coming. Foreigners are coming. They're coming every day to invest in Nigeria. So why not our own diasporans? So we should stop demarketing ourselves or talking down on our country. Every country has challenges. We shouldn't discourage ourselves. Yes, there's insecurity, and there's insecurity not only in Nigeria but in different parts of the world. Everybody, they have their challenges. But what we're saying is that others are coming in, investments are not stopping, and we will encourage our diasporans to join and invest in their country. So insecurity is being tackled by the government, and I know more will be done and more has to be done to ensure that we deal with the issue of insecurity in the country.
All right. My question is this. You're talking about investment in the country, Nigeria, for people to spend out the money to come and invest in Nigeria. And looking at our currency currently, now what is the commission, what is the effort of the commission with the federal government to strengthen our currency naira as against dollar, pounds, and euro?
You see, that's why you're Atlantic. We are doing our own bit to contribute to development of the economy and growth of the economy. So that's too Atlantic for my level. So don't ever dabble into. So is that okay? Yeah.
Targeting the Nigerians in the diaspora is more effective way of attracting investment into Nigeria. Definitely because of the social connection.
Definitely because their families are still here. A way of securing their money, really. So it's not just about the social well-being, but the social economic well-being of their family members and of Nigerians in general. Knowing that, impacting the small, medium enterprises, the small-scale businesses is actually more effective than targeting the big PPP projects. Because when you impact lives in the small communities, they're taking care of their own well-being, they're creating jobs for others within the community. And once the community is developed one right after the other, the whole city is developed, the state is developed, and eventually the whole nation is more developed. So we need to take that as one of the assets of the investment summit.
I like the idea of the diaspora direct investment focus. This is because the diaspora have four things to add value to the Nigerian economy. One, they have resources. Two, they have skills. Three, they have talents. And the fourth one, which is very important to complement development in Nigeria, is they have global development exposure.
Such a great initiative. We look forward to the summit. Now, Diaspora Day Series.
The goal of the African Diaspora Day Series is to ensure the engagement of the African diaspora and migrants as entrepreneurs, social investors, policy advocates, and partners in human development, while simultaneously combating the negative stereotypes and attitudes towards these groups within society.
We hope that the African Diaspora Day Series serves us all well and serves as a platform for us to begin discussions on how we promote positive diaspora and migrant advancement.
There are strategies to engage with the diaspora, and we call it, especially strategies in national development. We call it the 3 E's strategy. That is one, we have to engage with the diaspora. We have to identify them and know where they are, know what skills they have, and what they can bring to the table in terms of development. The second E is to enable them to participate by inviting them and letting them know of our development agenda, which they can key in as individuals or small groups or big groups and help complement whatever government is doing. The third E is to empower them by creating the enabling environment for them to participate through the provision of incentives for them to participate in development, either in providing infrastructure or in providing tax breaks or incentives for them to participate, like providing land for them where they want to set up enterprise.
How do we use the time that we have available to help others? Are there ways that we can help with connections and other things that could be really valuable? I'm super excited to join this group, hear what types of things that we can encounter, and we put our minds together. And as someone who's in a role in the business school to help make a difference, I look forward to our future conversations where we can really take one step at a time, but really begin to create some of these global connections.
Whether you're already a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, try to give back to the community, especially to those that don't look like you or those that don't come from the same background, because you are the example of Nigerian Americans.
We can start doing things, or maybe even mentoring teachers, faculty at all levels back there in Nigeria with content, and even giving them content, being guest speakers in their classes and helping them to reshape, because many of them, you look at the curriculum they're delivering to young stars, you say, well, these are outdated, things can be done differently. And I think that's an area where I think we can do a lot without traveling, right, from our places of work or from our homes. We can really reach out and uplift and upskill the teachers, because when the teachers are up to date in the knowledge they're transferring to the young generations, then that is where the redevelopment has to start.
I think first I would want to thank NITCOM because I know their activities, and NITCOM is a tremendous platform. So first thing is first, I would say definitely link up with NITCOM because what Antabike is doing, it's tremendous, but at least from my experience, I can't speak for every state, right? Like we noted, in Ondo State, we created this entity called ONDIPA, and ONDIPA was supposed to be like that one-stop shop. So whether you're a diasporan or you're an investor, whatever, anything that is for investment and development that has to do with partnerships, is all channeled through that platform, and it's predominantly private sector led. And so it's been what we try to leverage to make sure anyone that comes in, and of course, as they always say, I think any government is always about willingness of whoever is in power to want to see a lot of change.
I understood then that, more importantly, the importance of being involved in the communities that we live in. Most of us here in the diaspora, this is home. And as much as we want to be the brain gang for Nigeria, we have to think, how effectively can we give back? So by being at the table, just like Ewella is, we're able to advocate for more policies and position Nigeria for opportunities when these conversations happen.
The idea I have is when we have a collective intelligence and we open that up, we make it inclusive of those on the ground, meaning maybe we have a John Hopkins passionate technician. Can we match that to somebody out of Unilori or Unilag or Juniado, being an Ekiti boy, or anywhere else, where we can now complement each other? They are on the ground, they have the capability. We cannot undervalue them. At the same time, we are now mapping that, I would think, mapping that to passion and creativity and exceptional skills that we have acquired abroad. When we map that together, then we are infusing that capability that they don't have. We are infusing it back to them and lifting up everybody together. So when we lift up together, then we function better.
Kudos and thanks for putting up such a creative webinar. Dr. Uchichi Ewella has broken a medical record in Maryland, United States, as the first and only Black among the first spinal surgeons in Maryland to perform a successful navigated lumbar spinal fusion using a robot. Dr. Uchichi is a trained orthopedic surgeon that specializes in spine surgery. He grew up at Maryland and attended St. Albans in Washington, D.C. He had his bachelor's degree with honors at Harvard College and received his MB/MBA from Harvard Medical School and Harvard Business School. Dr. Ewella completed his residency training on orthopedic surgery at George Washington University. Dr. Ewella specializes in robotic spine surgery, minimally invasive spine surgery, cervical and lumbar disc replacement, spinal fusion/arthrodesis, nerve releases, spinal injections, spinal deformity, spinal stenosis, degenerative disc disease, spondylolisthesis, trauma, and fracture care. Kudos, brother. Now over to Mr. Gabriel Odu, the diaspora producer, as he brings us an exclusive interview with the former Vice Chairman, NIDO Americas. Enjoy.
Yes, can you tell us how best to engage with Nigerians in diaspora in terms of investment and other things back home?
Basically, your question is the main reason why NIDO was formed in 2000. That was basically the main reason President Obasanjo asked the then Consul General in Atlanta, Ambassador Joe Keshi, to get Nigerians together, engage them, and find out the best way that they can contribute to the development of our country. Well, I believe I had the CBN governor the last time. He was talking about not going back to give Burundi change dollars because they sell to terrorists and all kinds of all manners of people that he mentioned. But he was had him loud and clear when he was saying that If you have legitimate needs, then go to the bank.
Some Nigerians are reluctant to come and invest, saying the security situation is discouraging investment. How best do we come out of the wood? From you, who have been in Nigeria and have lived in Atlanta, you have had the benefits of the two worlds. Give us your insight.
If you're over there, you think that once you get to Nigeria, you'll be killed within 10 minutes. All these things are factors that are inhibiting and discouraging diaspora Nigerians. I still advise diasporas, when you get the opportunity and you achieve at least, even if it's 40% of your purpose, you still need to come back home. There is no place like home. Your family is back home and not over there. Even your children might be there, but your mother is here, your brothers are here, the people you grew up with are there. You will always remain a stranger overseas, no matter how much you think the system has incorporated you.
Now over to our diasporan of the moment. Thank you, sir, for that insight.
Our diaspora of the moment is Dr. Joseph Ladapo. Dr. Joseph Ladapo is a Nigerian American. He was born in Nigeria before immigrating to the United States along with his family at the age of 5. Dr. Ladapo graduated from Wake Forest University and also holds a MD from Harvard Medical School and a PhD in Health Policy from Harvard Graduate School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Ladapo is a physician and a health policy researcher whose primary research interests include clinical trial interventions and reducing the population burden of cardiovascular disease. He was recently granted a professorship at the University of Florida College of Medicine. He served as an associate professor at the David Geffen School of Medicine, University of California, Los Angeles. He also won the Daniel Ford Award for Health Services and Outcomes Research. Dr. Ladapo has also served as a faculty member in the Department of Population Health at the NYU School of Medicine and as a staff fellow at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. He was recently chosen by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to serve as Florida's next Surgeon General and Secretary of the Florida Department of Health. Congratulations, Doctor. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Lincoln. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alingo, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please don't hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Instagram at nidcom_gov, on our YouTube page at nidcom_gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network and NTA International on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m., on NTA International on Friday at 3:30 a.m., on NTA International on Saturday at 11 a.m., and on NTA News 24 on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsala Adetumbi. See you next time.